Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, I look so tired right now. Oh, I'm usually not up this early recently. So basically I want to share with you guys that I actually got a job, a full-time job, and I'm super excited. Today is my first day of work. So today's video is going to be a get ready with me and me talking about work and basically my life right now, and just kind of catching you guys up on what's going on. I haven't worked a 9-to-5 job in a really long time, so yeah, I'm really excited to share my experience with you guys. So let's just get started and I'll let you guys know what's going on. So this look is going to be pretty easy, super quick. I mean, it is still going to be a full face, so there is going to be a glam aspect to it, but it's not going to be like lashes and like super heavy smoked out eyeshadow and all that good stuff. It's going to be like a natural everyday glam, but a full face, so it will take a tiny bit of effort, but I want to look just good for my first day of work, so why not? I'm going to start off using my Vasanti Liquid O2 color corrector to cover these monstrous ass bags under my eyes. Like, this is nuts. So guys, basically I've started working for a company called Tease, which is a European makeup brand, and I'm going to be their national account executive. So it sounds like a fancy title. Basically what that means is I'm going to be in charge of all of their retail locations and running them and making sure their sales are up and implementing store events and implementing store policies and just all that good stuff. So I'm in charge of 4 counters here in Toronto, well, within the GTA, and then some counters out in Vancouver and like the West Coast and in Montreal. So I'm really excited about that. I can't believe I landed this job. It was something that I didn't really think about, but the opportunity came along and I was like, I might as well take it. Next, I'm going to be using my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Desert Beige and apply this all over my face. I've actually been really liking this foundation lately. Like, it actually has really good coverage. I'm super impressed with this foundation, and I like how well it matches my skin too. So back to work. I haven't worked a 9-to-5 job in over a year now. I quit my 9-to-5 last year around, look, my hair. Last year, like 2016, July. I worked for about 3 months full-time out of university, doing a sales job, and it's so funny. You guys aren't gonna believe what I used to do. I have a sales background, so what I used to do right when I got out of university is I was doing my makeup gig. I was freelancing, and I had started Ready to Glow last year, probably around like April of 2016, and yeah, so I used to freelance, and then I used to work full-time at a waste management company called U-Pack. So yeah, basically a garbage company, and I was doing sales for them and absolutely hating my life. And not that because it was a bad company, it's just like because it's not what I wanted to do, and I was just so unhappy because I just felt miserable going into work every day. And I really knew that I wanted to do something with makeup. So come July of last year, I like up and quit my job, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this makeup gig full time. Like, if I'm gonna do something like this, I do it now or never. I was 23 at the time, and I just thought this is the best time to do it because I don't have any major responsibilities. Like, I don't have a mortgage, I don't have kids, I don't have a husband, nothing like that. So I was like, this is my time to just do whatever I want and take risks for me. I find it so funny that I keep going back and forth between products and like my life story. So next I'm going to use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in the color Tan. So yeah, I up and quit my job in July and did Ready to Glow full force. And basically my plan when I started Ready to Glow was to freelance and do brides and things like that. And I just wanted to be like the go-to makeup artist for brides because it was something I genuinely enjoyed to do. And to get traffic to my page, I started making tutorials and things like that. And then this year in March, my page just kind of blew up after one of these tutorials that I posted. I genuinely didn't make these tutorials to become any type of beauty influencer. It was honestly just to get more traffic to my page so people would come book me. I was just so new to the game and I really needed to make money, and I was just like, how am I going to market myself? So that's why I started making these tutorials, and yeah, it just kind of blew up. And then I saw this new opportunity of being a beauty influencer and doing that. So I worked my freelance job and then I started making more content as like an influencer, and that's kind of how I got into that. And through doing things like that, I've made so many connections and networked, and that's kind of how I landed this job, because through me networking through all these connections, I ended up coming across someone who, they didn't just like give me the job. It was like, hey, I have this position open and I think it would be a really good opportunity for you, and I think it would be really great for the role. So I applied for it. I did all the interviews and things like that, and yeah, I got the job. It was insane. I was so happy. Next, I'm going to use my Ben Nye banana powder and just bake this over my eyes. So it's really been an unreal experience. Like, I can't believe I landed the job. I'm really excited, especially because I recently was thinking I really wanted to get out of doing freelance bridal hair and makeup and, you know, a special occasion hair and makeup. That's where I was making the bulk of my money. Like, I don't make the bulk of my money off of social media right now just because I don't have that high enough following, and I just feel like it's just gonna take me time to do. I mean, I could be making money full-time through social media, but it's not the amount that I want to be making for my age. Like, I've just set goals for myself, and yeah, I wanted to be making more at my age. So that's why I like hustle even harder, because I know it'll come one day. It's just a matter of time and putting in the effort at the beginning. So next, I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier Candleglow Sheer Perfecting Powder in number 3 and just buff this all over my face. So yeah, it's, I guess, all about the hustle. I'm super big on working hard. If you know me, you know I'm constantly working. And I think one thing that really bothers me when people say this to me is, oh, you're so lucky that you have that. You're so lucky that you get free makeup, or you get to go to these events, or that your job is so cool. And honestly, like, part of it is luck, I can't lie. Like, you know, I've been lucky in some senses that like in March when my video blew up, like, that had to have been by chance. Like, yeah, it was good content, but at the same time, you know, it just had to be posted by the right time, seen by the right people, and that video blew up and just gained me a bunch of followers. So that part of it was luck. But after that, it was like all me hustling to push out more content, taking it as a business opportunity, really like connecting with companies and people and networking and pushing myself forward. So my advice is if you're trying to get into the industry, or just like do anything that you really want to achieve in life, really hustle for it and really push forward and just make those dreams come true and do whatever it takes, because you never know until you try, and nothing's ever handed to you in life. So I'm just prepping my lips with MAC Prep and Prime lip primer. I love this stuff. My lips get so dry during the winter. Okay, after I do my face, I do my brows. I'm gonna do my brows super quick, and then come back to you guys. I don't think you guys need to sit here and watch me fill in my brows. So just give me 1 sec and I'll be right back. Okay, so I finished up my brows, and for those of you guys that are curious, I used the MAC brow pencil in Spike to fill in my brows this morning, just to give me more of a natural look. I know my brows never really look natural just because they're super thick and like there. But yeah, this is my more natural look, and I think I will do a updated brow tutorial on how I fill in my brows right now and like how to make them look more natural versus like an Instagram like carved out like on fleek kind of brow. So next I'm going to use my NYX contour and highlight palette, and I'm just going to take this darker shade here and apply it all in my crease with a fluffy blending brush. So yeah guys, as I was saying before, I really did want to get out of doing freelance like bridal hair and makeup and things like that, just because a part of me wanted to experience new things and a new side of makeup, and a part of me also was so tired of working that job too. And it's not because I don't love my clients or anything like that. They totally make it worth it, but I was getting really exhausted of waking up at 3 a.m. Like Indian people, most of my clients are Indian, and Indian people wake up super early in the morning to start getting ready because we need to get ready by a certain time, or we need to get married by a certain time. So usually like 9 or 10 a.m. is when our ceremonies start. And if you're getting like 4 or 5 people ready in the morning, like plus a bride, and then on top of that they need to take pictures and get to the hall or wherever they're getting married and all that good stuff, you pretty much end up starting at like 3-4 a.m. So waking up at those times, especially during the weekends, like I would never get my weekends. I would always be busy, and it was just exhausting because like throughout a weekend I'd probably get like 6 to 8 hours of sleep within like 3 days. So it was just super tiring. Well worth it, but just really exhausting. Next I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. I'm going to go in with the color Amber and the same blending brush. So yeah, it was super exhausting, and I just kind of needed a change in my life. So I still, for those of you who are watching this and wondering if you can still book me as a makeup artist or whatever, you can. I still will be taking bookings, but just not as many. So if you are interested in booking me, please book me as soon as possible because I'm taking very limited people now. I'm planning on only doing bookings for like maybe 2 out of the 4 weekends in a month or something like that, just so I get some of my weekends back. Next, I'm going to take the NYX Chromatic Illuminating Powder in the color Synthetica. This is actually a highlighter, but I'm going to apply this all over my eyes because I love this color. I'm honestly super excited to get my weekends back. I haven't had weekends to myself in a really long time, probably about like 4 years now, because while I was in university I would be working on the weekends doing my freelance gigs, and there was a point in my life where I worked 40 hours a week. I was also in school full-time. I was taking 4 courses, and I was running my freelance business too. Like I was doing freelance on the weekends, and it was just so hectic. I'm genuinely just excited to chill out on the weekends now and, you know, get to do things that I never got to do, like go on weekend getaways or, you know, fun events that are happening on the weekends that I just never used to be able to attend before. But a part of me also thinks that I'm going to be taking a lot of freelance jobs just because I'm like that. I tend to overwork myself a lot, which I need to be a little bit more mindful of, definitely, before I die of overworking. Wouldn't be surprised. Next I'm going to use the Huda Beauty Smoky Obsessions palette. I'm just going to take the black and do like a smoky liner on the edges. I'm not going to really wing it out. I'm just going to smoke it out a little bit on the end. But yeah guys, I cannot believe this is my life. And just a word of advice to those of you who are kind of confused about your career or just getting out of college or university, whatever the case is. Honestly, like my biggest word of advice to you is just follow your dreams. Like you never know where it's gonna take you, and you never know unless you try. Always taking the safe route isn't, I think, the best way to do things. Like you obviously have to have confidence in what you're gonna be doing and, you know, be motivated, and you definitely can't be lazy if this is something that you want to do. Like if you want to start your own business, because that's that's where you'll end up losing and, you know, doing bad and failing. You have to have that drive, you have to have that motivation, you have to be willing to work your butt off. Like, you guys have no idea how much I worked this year and how much I hustled and what I did to get to where I am, and I still feel like I haven't even accomplished that much. Like, this is just the beginning. So I think you always have to have that kind of mindset if you're going to do something like this, and just believe in yourself and believe that you're going to do it. There's been so many times though that I have doubted myself, don't get me wrong, because things get tough and, you know, you always question if you did the right thing, but at the end of the day, you just got to keep pushing forward if it's something that you really want and get yourself through it. Next, using the Vasanti Gel Waterline Eyeliner, I'm going to tightline the top of my lash line. This is honestly a part that I hate. I always feel like I'm going to stab my eye out, but it makes the world of a difference. My eyes always end up getting watery when I do that. Okay, now time for some mascara. I'm going to use the YSL The Shock Mascara. I talked about this mascara before. I absolutely love it. It's like one of my favorite mascaras ever. It just gives my lashes so much volume and length. Makes me feel like I'm wearing falsies sometimes, even when I'm not. Like, what a difference that makes. Okay, now my mascara's on. I'm going to go in with my NYX highlighter again, the Synthetica one, and apply that all over my cheekbones. Guys, I'm honestly pretty nervous about this. Like, I can't believe I'm starting another 9 to 5. Like, I didn't think this day would come again, but I am definitely excited for it. But I don't know how I feel about waking up at 7 or 8 every morning. I haven't done that in a really long time, even though like on the weekends I would wake up at like 2 a.m. to go work and work until like 5, but it was like 3 days out of the week instead of like 5 days out of the week. So I think I was a little bit more okay with that. I don't know, but it'll be good. It'll be a good change, I hope. And then using my NYX contouring palette again in that same color, I'm just going to contour. I'm definitely more of a powder contour type of person. I just feel like it looks a lot more natural, it looks a lot more blended. It's a lot faster too and easier to learn for those of you that are just trying to get into contouring. It's way easier to blend, to be honest. If you don't know how to blend like a cream contour well, it can just look like a disaster. I'm a really big fan. I just recently purchased this NYX contour palette just because I've heard a lot of people talk about it and say that they like it, and I'm a huge fan. Like, the colors blend out so well. Okay, that's where I leave my face at. If you know me, you know I'm not a huge blush type of person, so I just leave it to my highlight and my contour. And then moving on to the lips, I'm going to use my favorite combo ever. Like, this is my go-to everyday combo. It is the MAC lip liner in Cork, and then I'm going to top it off with Lime Crime's Velvetine and Teddy Bear. I can't really talk while I do this, so y'all are just gonna have to watch me. I guess I am talking, what? Awkwardly. I just think it's like the perfect neutral color for my like skin tone. Then I'm just gonna finish off with my MAC Fix Plus setting spray. I basically like to drown myself in this. So I changed my clothes, I kept it very cute but casual, just a long sleeve black shirt with this funky necklace to spice it up a little bit. I was really excited to share this news with you guys, so I hope you guys had fun getting ready with me this morning for my first day of work, and just kind of listening to me chit chat about random things in my life and kind of giving you guys advice. If you guys did like this video, please do not forget to subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, share this video as well for someone who needs the advice or the motivation or the push, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!